Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome to another Wicker Biscuit.
Hello. Hey there.
Hello. Welcome.
There we go. So, now that you've all been welcomed, let's start out with some introductions. First up, who do we got over here?
Amanda.
Hi, Amanda. Next up, we got...
Ryan.
Oh, hello, Ryan. Who else we got?
Courtney.
Hey, Courtney. And then on Zoom, first time on Zoom, we've got...
Lisa.
Yeah. So welcome through Zoom, Lisa.
Thank you.
It's not probably that exciting, is it?
Popping my cherry.
The audience might think so.
Oh, yes. It's a great experience.
Yeah.
And then there's this guy named Gary who's the host. So welcome, everyone. I would like to know, how is everyone doing?
Pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Pretty guys are pretty goods over here. Courtney looks like she's having a great time.
Rip snorting good time.
Yeah. Anybody got any fun stories to share?
I collected my urine in a bucket.
That's true.
Okay, not a bucket, but
Well,
a container.
Closed container. You even had to put it in the fridge.
Yeah, Gary was super grossed out.
I totally pictured it being like a sand pail from like a little kid. Like little
Ooh,
plastic,
that would be fun.
the handle.
Yeah, no. It looked like
It was an orange jug.
It almost looked like a Sharps container.
Yeah, I kept thinking that it reminded me of orange juice.
Oh, okay.
It was just the color.
Could it not have been like just kept cold in the garage?
No, it wasn't cold enough. You have to refrigerate it, 'cause
Yeah.
otherwise it messes up the...
But she's got
testing.
all the results back, and then but not like the
I'm
official
recovered
doctor.
from Pietra,
Yay.
so I
Okay.
feel like a
Good.
human again.
Good.
And then next week I'll get to go talk to the nephrologist about my bucket of pee.
Nephrologist. That's a fun
Very
word.
nice.
Yeah.
Nephrologist.
Yeah, that's the kidney specialist. So I've graduated from urologist to nephrologist.
Ooh.
What happens if you go up even further?
I don't have those words.
Okay.
Not yet.
Or as my
anyway.
cousin
said when he
Hopefully
was-
not.
My cousin said when he was little, I can't say that. My mouth's not big enough yet.
Aw.
That's cute.
That's correct.
I should start saying that to people, and people are like, "Your mouth is still growing," and I'm like,
You have no idea.
Speaking of mouth still growing, the other day I had a giant sandwich, and I felt like I had to detach my jaw to eat it. Not that that's really all that relevant, but it popped into my head.
You're such an anaconda.
Yeah. And the sandwich did have buns.
So there you go.
There I go.
Yeah. There I go
want
again. That's
none.
my weakness. What? Men. Okay then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Chillin',
I mean,
chillin'.
different song, but still
Yeah.
same kind
well,
of
I
vibe.
said, here we go, here we go, here we go again. So.
Oh, yeah. No, we totally did that. But originally, when the
Yeah.
anaconda and the buns, we were
That's
Babies
fine.
Got Back.
It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they go together.
I think it'd be funny
They definitely have similar vibes.
if your last name was Back to have a baby and name it Baby Scott Back.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
I
They
would like
would
that.
hate you.
That's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine.
Babies Got Back.
Oh my god. You cannot do that to a child. I,
mean,
don't
we
even
could,
like
we
it.
could
when-
sing it to baby version of Scott Bakula.
That's true.
So, like, we'll just put him on a baby and be like, Baby Scott Bakula.
It'll either hurt him or make him stronger.
Right?
I think everything
either
makes
way,
Scott
you're
Bakula.
paying for therapy.
Yeah, true.
100%.
I'm just going to say everything makes Scott Bakula stronger because he's kind of my hero.
I thought we didn't like Scott Bakula.
Why?
I thought he was...
Did he go crazy and I just didn't know it?
I don't
Was
think
he the
so.
one who was on Charles in Charge?
No, that's Scott
Scott
Baio.
Baio.
That's Scott Baio.
No. Scott Bakula was the guy that was on Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap.
Oh,
And then he
just
was also
kidding.
on Star Trek Enterprise.
Okay,
And the very first episode of Designing Women.
Okay, I apologize, Scott Bakula. We love you. Scott
It's
Baio,
easy. It's
no
easy to
thank
make
you.
fun of.
It is.
Yeah.
And there's so many, like, famous star people that are just losing their shit lately. It's
Well,
so
'cause,
hard to
like,
keep track.
I loved Quantum Leap, and I also loved Charles in Charge, and they're
Oh.
both Scott B's.
Right. I loved Scott Baio back in the day
Okay, so I did just like the theme song mostly.
for Charles in Charge.
Yeah,
But
like
it's
I
better.
was,
Oh, it's a
like,
good one.
But it's-
really-
Oh, yeah.
Better in the season 2 on when it was the syndicated version.
Do we have
Oh.
any more fun things that anybody wants to shout out quick?
You know, I always think about them through the week, and then when we get here and you ask me, I'm like,
I
nope,
know.
it's gone.
I know. I have so many things where like, I got to bring that up. And then,
Mhm.
but you know what? Maybe that's for the best. Maybe we should just jump into this gosh darn episode.
Ooh, girl.
So, today's episode, we are going to be continuing from our previous episode. We had so many gosh darn laws that we just wanted to keep on going because we never even got to Wisconsin.
No.
No. So today is going to have a big chunk of Wisconsin because we're a little bit, biased.
It's a big chunk.
And we're also going to have some other ones too. We're even going to talk about some personal household laws, some local family stuff that's just kind of goofy that would be fun to share. So Courtney's going to tell me what to do, but I'm going to leave the Wisconsin part in her hands.
Give me a back rub.
Your cousins.
You can still back rub your
I
cousin.
said a back rub, not a something else.
Yeah, well, you said some dirty things earlier.
It's all in joking. It's fine.
Or is it? No, I'm kidding.
I don't know.
All right, shall I click?
Click it.
All right.
Or ticket.
So who wants to read
thought
this
that
one? Or Courtney's going to tell us what to do.
Okay. Well, we'll just go through one by one. Take turns.
Is this in Wisconsin?
These are all Wisconsin.
These that I'm going through right now are all Wisconsin. So, Amanda, do you want to take the first one?
Oh, sure. Well, I know that we won't break this law.
True.
Ever. No watering the lawn in a way that annoys your neighbor.
How does it annoy the neighbor?
Well, honestly, though, we have neighbors that they cut their lawn excessively.
Yeah.
So,
It's quite a
I
bit.
know it's their business, but it's kind of like, what's going on over there? Because I swear someone already cut it this morning.
Man.
Yeah.
So,
The only thing I can think of is that it brings them joy, to which I'm like, all right, man, have at it.
Well,
right. I don't know.
I could think of Gary's parents being annoyed by one of their neighbors.
Oh,
who watered their lawn during a drought.
Yeah. So that to me would be annoying if it's during a drought and somebody's watering it.
But, how do we know?
Honestly, probably there was this one time I saw a person water their lawn and their neighbor, Mr. Crabtree, you would think he would be annoyed, but he just closed.
Oh, he was so happy.
He was.
Which is weird because you think that's going to damage your windows.
Right.
Eventually.
So the gentleman was Pee Wee Herman.
Oh.
And he had this giant. How would you describe his sprinkler system?
It looks like an octopus, but like a clown octopus.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And his neighbor, Mr. Crabtree, he would just warn him, "Hey, Mr. Crabtree, I'm going to water my lawn." And Mr. Crabtree would just close his windows.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
And he goes.
So I'm going to say if Mr. Crabtree can put up with that crap,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if it's people that have their sprinkler system set up and it 3/4 of it goes on the sidewalk,
Yeah.
and they're not paying attention and you have to cross the street.
What if it's what if this stems from somebody had the hose between their legs and they're pretending they're peeing all over the lawn? And they're
Right?
Whoa.
That
That's
annoys me.
annoying.
Put a law on the books.
I wonder how our neighbors would respond to that.
There's only one way to find out. Gary, get the hose.
All right, that's going to be happening soon. We will be watering our lawn. And yeah. All right, let's see what we got next here. Ryan.
Boy.
Well, in Wisconsin, women must be accompanied by a man while walking on the street at night in Racine. Good night, milady.
Good night, milady.
Yeah. That makes
I wonder
sense.
if
just
that dates
common.
back to the Racine Bells and baseball.
Oh, maybe.
That
Yeah.
would make
Like,
sense.
they were all busy and working hard, and then they'd be like, I gotta go somewhere. And they'd be like, you need your chaperone with you, fool.
Yeah, but I still think that's just a common courtesy. I don't know. I have all boys in my house, so
I can see the common courtesy thing, but also I almost wonder if it's to keep ladies of the night down, if it's an anti-prostitution thing.
milady.
But then also it's maybe it's just encouraging their pimp to be with them. I don't know.
We don't know.
Pimps are bad.
No, I'm not saying they're good.
I would.
I'm not pro pimp.
That's on a shirt. I'm not pro pimp.
I'm not.
Do you know the first time I heard the word pimp, I obviously didn't know what it meant. I thought it was just short for pimple.
Oh, sure.
Because
I
we
can
were
see that.
playing Ninja Turtles on Nintendo, and you know the guy who had the robe and the hood, and he would throw little boomerangs at you?
Oh, yeah. He
So,
sucked.
My cousin's fighting him, and he keeps getting hit, and he goes, "Oh, you pimp!" And I just was like, yep, that's an insult. So then I called someone a pimp, and my aunt was like, well, that's not very nice. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's an insult.
Yeah.
They didn't tell me what it meant.
No kidding.
I found out
No,
way
no, no.
later.
Oh
I was
God,
like,
they have
"That's
so many
hilarious."
pimps on their face. How do you deal with back pimps?
I got a pimp right on my butt cheek.
Oh,
Could you
man.
imagine going to the dermatologist? What brings you in? All the pimps.
All the pimps, man.
You're like, I'm sorry. What's going on with your pimps? Oh God, that'd be quite the conversation.
Nothing worse than an ass pimp. Let me tell you.
Side note, I think for our post that goes with, we need to have a picture of that guy from Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah. Call him ass pimp. Maybe not ass, but yeah. So Courtney kind of likes the rule. The rest of us are kind of
No, I just whatever.
yeah, whatever. Okay, let's move on.
I feel like it might be. I feel like this. It reminds me of something that has to do with you have to get permission from your father or your brother to do something.
buy
if
a
you're
hat.
woman. Yeah.
Right. All I hear
But I
you
can see
stating
the
is
other
facts,
points.
Lisa. I don't get what you're. Are you
You.
It's because I'm not there, so he's being fresh with me, Amanda.
God, he's sassy today.
fresh? Unlike those peeps.
They're not
They were
even stale
amazing.
enough.
No, they're not stale enough.
They need to sit.
They do. Okay.
I wonder if I put them in the freezer.
Oh, look at that picture.
Hot damn.
Well, it
I
just
did
so
that for
happens
Ryan.
it is Courtney's turn. So
A sleeping fireman must not be woken in Racine, Wisconsin.
That's
So-
terrifying because what
That-
if you have a fire at night and they're all asleep? It's
Exactly.
like, can't ring the alarm, can't wake those guys up.
Nope.
It's
Like
illegal.
that one state that's
gonna
like,
burn.
oh, we got to practice for 15 minutes before
Right.
we put this son of a bitch out.
right, and the thing is like that dude could never go to sleep because he's just always smoldering.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Give
Yeah.
him a kitten or a puppy dog and
I
watch
know.
out.
yeah.
Damn.
That is definitely calendar material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt.
We should do a calendar.
A Wicker Biscuit calendar or
Yeah.
a fireman calendar?
Wicker
Where,
Biscuit.
you're going to go find the
Oh.
fireman?
Well, let's team up with
Well, we
them.
were going to do
a-
cops and casseroles, though, too.
Right. So we'll do
Yeah.
cops and casseroles. We'll do hot firemen and Wicker Biscuit members. And,
Is that safe for the firemen though?
Well, they're brave.
Oh, we should ask.
My dad, when he delivered water, was Mr. October.
Oh.
They
Oh.
had like
When
a
he was in his
Culligan
20s.
calendar?
Yeah, but it was Sparkle. It
Oh. Huh.
was either Crystal or Sparkle. It's one of the two companies he worked for back then.
Oh.
It's just him with two water jugs and his big old biceps.
Because
Because he was like a big muscle head back then.
Ooh.
That's funny.
I have when they like moved, I got it. So I have this calendar with my dad and a bunch of other people who were hot in the 90s. I don't know what they look like now.
I wish I was hot in the 90s.
They should have a
You
calendar.
were
that's
just,
like
I was
before
too
for,
and
a, for a
after.
fourth grader.
Okay.
They should have like a before and after calendar. Like, here are all the watermen from the 90s versus now.
And here they are, yes.
I like it.
Well, let's this next one will be Lisa. So, can you read that, Lisa?
Yes. If someone is offensive looking, he shouldn't be out in public in the daytime in Milwaukee.
Very appropriate.
But at nighttime.
The nighttime.
Yeah,
Right time.
the nighttime is the right time, indeed.
Mhm.
Keep that offensive ass inside.
But
You and your
it's so
pimps.
tough with the laws of things that are subjective because
Mhm.
somebody's outside and they're like, "I'm not offensive looking," and you're like, "Dude,
Dude.
get your ass inside."
Yeah.
I wonder if offensive looking, if it could have something to do with some tattoos, maybe.
A
too.
tattoo?
A tattoo, yeah. You could see how one could be offensive, right?
Of a tattoo, yes.
Yeah.
I once saw someone that had white power tattooed on their leg.
Oops.
And then like
Ew.
a Nazi.
Yeah, that would offend me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
gross.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, it was.
I'm just going to go on the
Interesting.
record right now. Wicker Biscuit, number 1, does not kink shame. Number 2, not for pimps. And number 3, not for any racism.
No, get the fuck out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Amanda, this is you.
It is. Don't worry, squirrels.
Don't do it.
How do you get a squirrel to worry?
Oh,
Is it dogs? And...
you harass. Okay, there's one time.
Hey, that was like in our other
Yeah, it
one.
Oh my
was
God,
one
I
of the
just
other
realized.
states.
I'm going to tell you a story, guys. I broke 2 laws at once.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
no.
There was one time I think I was moving the hose around because I needed to wash my car or I needed to wash my
In
parents'
an
car.
annoying fashion?
No.
Okay.
Well, the car wash wasn't going to be annoying.
Okay.
But what I did is I started playing around with the hose, and then there was a squirrel that was being a jerk.
You
And
blasted the squirrel.
He was barking at me up in the trees. And he didn't think I could get him, so I squirted him. And then he's like, "Wee, wee, wee, wee," and then he went up higher, and I got him again. So I was both using the
Oh.
hose in an annoying way and worrying a
worrying the
squirrel.
squirrel. Look at that little squirrel's
Oh.
face, though.
But my dog,
That's the squirrel's reaction to hearing that story. It's like,
my dog Oreo though was out at the time, and she was enjoying the whole thing because she was like watching me spray the squirrel, and the squirrel would bark back, and Oreo was like, "Yeah, get him." It was funny.
But look at his little hands. He's got concerned hands.
That squirrel, I wouldn't worry.
I'm so cute.
And I was like in high school, so I,
Remember that time
high school boys are butts sometimes.
My dad was like turning into like a crazy man over the chipmunks in the house in Bayfield.
Mm-hmm.
And I put a bugle in the chipmunk trap because in my brain, the little chipmunk was going to pick it up and it'd be like it was playing the bugle. It was a good day.
And then we did catch one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we took it for a ride.
And I left the bugle with it.
Yeah.
that's the best part. Take this with you.
Right? This is scary.
Yeah, because once he was in the trap, he was like, and he wouldn't eat it.
He wouldn't play the bugle.
He wouldn't, because he was too upset.
He was worried.
Well, his plan was foiled.
CHIPMUNK.
Mm-hmm. All right. Ooh. Next up, we've got Ryan.
This is a law, but it seems an unclothed mannequin in the store window is just too much in lacrosse.
Call me your tits lacrosse.
But that mannequin looks a lot like the nursing aid.
It looks a lot like the nursing mannequin that we looked at.
I was looking up that one, and I found this little treasure, and I'm like, I'll take it.
But like, I feel like that's hard if you like have mannequins that are positioned in the window and you're changing their clothes. For a minute, they're going to be naked. People are just going to have to deal with it.
Right. But it's too much in lacrosse.
Yeah. It's not like it's got a vagina, just like, rah.
Right. Most mannequins don't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, the nursing mannequin did have full anatomy, but that's a different story.
Detachable.
We could use a nursing mannequin or nursing aid thing as a mannequin and just not tell people.
Sure.
And then
Dugan.
Mm-hmm.
Want to see what's under my dress?
As long as it's your eating dress.
Yes.
When I was at Walmart yesterday, I walked by like the nightgowns and I was like, oh, one of these could be an Eton dress.
Nice. Gosh.
Were there any house coats?
I still want a house coat
I didn't
party.
see any, but yes.
We need to look for some house coats.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? We talk about house coats, and then like a day or two later, I was like moving stuff. We had a friend crash at our place because he was in town for Viennese ball, and so I was moving stuff around in the spare room, which is really just our big pile of mess room. And I was like, oh, some pictures, and it was like a picture from when I was a little kid and my grandma in her house coat. I'm like, this is the house coat I was thinking of when we were talking about house coats. This red polka dot one that my grandma used to wear.
Aw.
We can still put that on the social media.
I am so getting a house coat for Apple Fest this year.
Yes. Be even better if it had apples on it.
Bet
Oh, I'm sure there's some.
Is
Well,
it my turn?
I've got the next one up for Courtney.
No checkers in public for those that also live in lacrosse. Lacrosse is kind of stingy. Like they're
What's up with that?
Huh?
It's probably like some horrible law, so like cute old men don't sit around and loiter in the park.
That's not good.
like
because
I
we
would
need
be
them
like
to.
such a bitch, and I'd go out there with like a chessboard and be like, this is chess, not checkers.
Oh, is
But
that
then-
the thing?
But then,
It's
but
just
then secretly be playing checkers.
it's shaming checkers. It's like play something a little more sophisticated, pal.
I don't know.
Hey, look at Lisa's muff.
Yeah, I have a cat right in
Nice.
front of it. Okay, she's resettling now.
Oh, it's a little
Aw.
kitty.
I just look over and there's just this big fluff fur in front of Lisa.
And you guys
Mhm.
can't see it because it's a podcast, but Courtney, she has pictures on most of these, and this picture is just so cute, I have to mention it. It's a cat playing chess, and it goes, some plays chess, I plays chubby checkers.
It's a chubby
Aw.
little kitten
He's
cat.
He's a chubby cat.
He's a fluffer.
He looks like my fucking Randy.
Yeah, a little bit. Ooh, this
Yeah.
one would be for... Who's next?
You.
Me?
No,
Lisa.
Lisa's
Oh
next.
yeah.
Lisa, can you fill us in on the next rule of Wisconsin?
Livestock has the right of way on roads.
True.
That makes sense because you don't want to hit a cow.
No,
I
you
know.
don't.
No.
And the cows have a hard time grasping, traffic,
Yes.
laws, and
Mhm.
I have a hard time grasping traffic laws at the uncontrolled intersection.
Oh, I have something to tell you about. I'll just dive into it now. That was going to be one of my things one day, but I kept forgetting to say it. But there has never been any sort of like radar or monitoring system on this street at all, ever, since the whole time I've lived there. All of a sudden, Courtney goes ranting about people blowing through these uncontrolled intersections. And what's up for the last week? Like a traffic monitoring radar thing.
Oh, yeah, one of those, yeah.
All right. Shall we move on? Okay. Now, I want you guys all to know there is no riding a bicycle without your hands on the handlebars in Wisconsin.
I've broken that law many times then.
Yeah, I've also broken that law. I once saw my cousin Courtney break that law when I was little, and I was just like astounded. I'm like, she can do that? Because I couldn't do it at that age.
Oh, really?
So then when I saw Courtney do it, I'm like, oh my God.
In Wisconsin, even.
And it was in Wisconsin. Yeah.
Holy moly.
We're a bunch of hooligans.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
In downtown Eau Claire, the place where the valley goes to have fun.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a different kind of hooligans.
Yes. Which is yummy. But yeah, so...
Sponsorship opportunity.
So Amanda, you've never broken that law?
I'm not really, because I always am afraid of falling over.
That's fair.
So like,
Same.
I could do it for like a second and I'm like, oh, so
Mhm.
like I'll ride with one hand, but no.
Mm-hmm. But Ryan has.
Not lately. Like
No.
we went years without riding any sort of bike, and then we got some bikes. And well, actually, I'll be real. I just dug out my old bike, so at 35, I'm riding the bike I got when I was 12.
Oh, nice.
But some of the stuff you could do when you were a kid that was just easy, it's like I can't do that. I
Yeah.
can't balance without my hands on the handlebars. I've tried. I was like, oh no, that doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
tipped over on my bike when our kid was like, I don't know, probably in 4th grade.
Mm.
So it was several years ago, but he was riding his bike with his friends and they were riding home. So I like rode with them. So then I could ride with our kiddo back, and they kept stopping and starting and like it was messing me up. So like I had stopped and then I was like trying to like get going, like to get going back, and I just tipped over. So I wasn't even moving. And I just tipped over and like I hurt my wrist and it like hurt for like 8 months, and like my knee hurt and I was like, oh my goodness, this is not fun.
I did that in Walmart, test driving a bike like 3 years ago.
Oh, my.
I just, wiped out right into the like shelving. Nice.
So it was really loud.
I was
doing
trying
it.
to get off of the bike, but my chubby leg couldn't get over the seat.
For some reason, I
Bam.
picture you like in a little like sundress too. So it's just like, oh, your leg up in the air.
Oh, Ryan.
It would be nice. So Courtney's broken the law. We already covered that. Is there any more you wanted to add to that?
No,
Cal?
I'm good. I
Okay,
did
the
enough.
thing that really blew my mind, though,
Hmm.
is when Courtney was doing it at kind of at the end of the road. There's a big curve. She like perfectly maneuvered the curve without her hands.
See, I used to be able to do
Wow.
that.
Yeah, she was good.
Was this in Rice Lake or?
yeah,
or-
no, totally in
okay.
Rice Lake.
I mean, I would like want to bring my boombox and play music while riding my bike, and I would just hang it off my handlebar and like hold it with like part of my hand while holding the handlebar and like just ride around with like this, I don't know, 5 pound. Like it's just ridiculous
Mhm.
what we were able to do. Like I was such an agile child, and now
Yeah.
now I feel like sometimes at work I have to step on like booth seats.
Mhm,
And when I get down, I put my pole down and step down because I'm afraid I'm not gonna
Right.
and it's like 2 feet. It's like, oh god, I'm gonna fall.
Yep. No, I get it.
Ah.
Totally get it.
What happened to my center of gravity? It just died.
That's what I said when I was tipping over in my sundress.
So Lisa, what's your bicycle adventures?
I am not agile. I don't think I've ever been. I've always been a stocky child. So yeah.
Okay.
Well, Gary bought me a new bike last year because we
Oh.
discovered that, well, I didn't know that there were different sizes of bikes. And I was afraid of like the bike that I had. And I didn't know why. I just thought it was because I'm old and not as, with it. But it's because it's just like slightly too big.
Yeah, the frame was too big. Like,
Oh.
so
Like-
it fit her, but the frame was not a size she's used to.
Yeah, so like I always felt like I was gonna fall over, and I'm like, ah. And then I'm like, I used to love riding my bike. Like, what? Come on.
So,
I'm
And-
surprised. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because riding the bike I had for so long as an adult, people be like, you need a bike that's big. Like that bike
No.
isn't made for an adult. I'm like, I know. But my body was used to it. Muscle memory was still like, I know how to ride this thing.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, shout out to one of my children, Trenton, who listens to this often. So yay.
yay.
Trenton, one year we were trying to upsize his bike because he was like probably, I don't know, 10, 12. And we're like, okay, let's get you a bigger bike, kiddo, you know?
Yeah.
Well, he ended up picking out this dirt bike, which I think in hindsight was actually smaller than the bike he had before, but it was like that, you know, that style.
Like the BMX style?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
So it was actually smaller. Well, my kids are all so tall. They're all over 6 feet tall. So it was like watching like this giant, you know, with on like a little baby tricycle. And it was like, oh, Trenton, we love you though. It was cute. He even had it decked out for a while with an umbrella on it. It was hilarious.
Yeah, no, I think that's right. The BMX are supposed to be kind of a smaller, lower,
Yeah.
because you do tricks and stuff.
Right, exactly. But Dustin was, I think, very envious over this bike. Well, it was spring because Trenton's birthday was in April, and which is coming up. By the way, happy birthday, Trenton. Anyways, Dustin wanted to borrow the bike. He wanted to take it out, but there was Trenton like just shot out he was just thinking for any reason, like, I don't want my brother to be riding my bike. He says, it doesn't handle well in snow. Well, there was only like one little patch of snow in the driveway, but that was his excuse. And Dustin's like, I'm going to take it anyway. So Dustin sneaks out, takes the bike, and I was riding my bike, and we're coming back into the driveway, and Dustin hits that tiny ass little patch of snow and totally wipes out the bike. Dustin's like, holy shit, he was right.
It's like the shooting your eye out thing.
Exactly.
Trent's like, I told you it didn't handle well in snow. Oh my God, it was so funny. We still laugh about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we all just laughed about it too.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Thank
doesn't
you.
Lyle always say like the Holland boys, like everything just,
They're hard on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
even when they're trying not to.
it's intense.
It just happens.
Devin even rolled his potty chair when he was a year and a half.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're just wild.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
But in all the best ways.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's just,
I mean, we're sponsoring them we're not their sole sponsor, but
yeah.
we're sponsoring them now in their
Uh-huh.
racing. So shout out to Hollab Racing family.
snow
right.
probably moved just right.
Just bam.
That's so ridiculous. Because I'm sure he was trying to be really careful.
Yes. He's like, holy shit, he was right. It doesn't handle well in snow.
Oh, good.
Oh!
Oh.
Ryan, even though it's not your turn, I want you to take a look at this one.
I found Waldo.
Is it Amanda's turn? Or did you just go?
I didn't go.
Oh, then it's Amanda.
No tattoos if they're not for medical purposes.
Well, that's
Uh-oh.
obviously not enforced.
It's like, I don't think there are many tattoos for medical purposes. Right?
Well,
I'm sure there's some.
I have broken the law.
Yeah.
Breaking the law. How many of us have tattoos? Lisa does.
Amanda, you go first.
I have none.
Ryan?
I have none, but I have like 6 that I want.
Oh,
That's okay. I have several that I want, but
But you know what? My mom didn't get one until she was in her 50s, so.
yeah.
there's time.
Yep.
I have 3.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Never would have known that.
Oh.
Because I never see you in your
Lisa,
sundress.
do you want to elaborate on yours?
Falling all over.
They're just all over my arms.
If you had to
My
put like a
legs.
ballpark, or do you know
You
the
have some
exact
on your
count?
You have Chester's ones, right?
I have ones shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
I have them on my back.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of have a sleeve on the one arm.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I will say
They're
that
like-
in college, I used to admire them while we would eat dinner and I wouldn't talk, but I would just think, oh my God, Lisa's so cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if only she knew, like I told her, if only she knew, I am so awkward and weird.
But that's what I love about you.
But the thing with
And that's what I love
tattoos.
about you.
Now, Lisa, would you agree that once you start, you can't stop?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. It's like addictive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Once
That's
you
what I
pop, you
say
can't
about
stop.
IVs.
Oh no.
I'm just kidding. That's all my needle work is.
There you go.
Mm. I actually do have an IV scar on my arm from donating plasma, but
Oh.
I have an IV on the scar, but
mhm.
not from plasma,
Yeah.
from multiple infusions and whatnot. The one lady said they have a bullseye.
Oh.
Yeah. Makes it easier for her.
Oh, medical use.
Mhm.
Medical use tattoo.
Yeah, there we go.
I did know somebody that had a tattoo that indicated that she was diabetic.
Oh, okay.
So I guess that would be a diabetic, like a medical purpose
Yeah.
tattoo.
Mhm.
But it wasn't like in a clearly visible area
Sure.
because it was on her ankle.
Oh, actually, I
But-
do know somebody that I think they have like diabetic on their arm or something.
I know somebody
Mhm.
that has a DNR on there.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's commitment getting it tattooed on.
yeah.
I mean,
Interesting story, but maybe you guys are aware. But I have a family friend that he's from Mexico, and his dad ended up having some cancer issues, and they needed to have, I don't know if it was a transplant or blood or something, but he was not able to donate because he had tattoos.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know, like if they're not professionally done, it's like a hepatitis risk.
yeah, so
Sure.
that's like
Yeah.
a prison tattoo. That's like,
Yeah.
Especially if
Probably
they
a
tell
no-go.
you flat out, oh yeah, we shared needles.
Mm.
I mean, you could still get tested, but they still are like,
yeah, that makes sense.
Back to me. Tattoos? No, I don't have any tattoos. I've frequently said that I'm just too fickle and my mind changes too often, so I really couldn't do anything permanent.
Yeah.
I do have the odd experience that I can say one time when I was younger, I had my sister put a temporary tattoo on my butt.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
what was it of?
I don't even remember, but I just wanted a tattoo on my butt, so she did it.
A tattoo.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, Courtney.
Did you know that in Wisconsin, using a laser pointer to start a riot is completely illegal?
That makes sense.
There goes my weekend plan.
How does one start a riot with a laser pointer?
Carefully.
I don't know if it would be like implying it's like a laser sight on a gun, so people would think
Perhaps.
you're like trying to shoot someone. I don't know.
I don't know
Okay,
either.
so I'm thinking you have like a fundraiser for the Humane Association, and you just have a bunch of cats all together,
Right?
And then you set them loose,
Mhm.
and then just have laser pointers, and then the cats.
But why
start
would
some
we
shit.
make that illegal? That sounds great.
That sounds like a ripster good time.
Either way, we'll take it.
I don't know,
It's illegal, so those out there in Wisconsin, don't do it, please.
or do it and see if it's enforced.
Well, this we know about.
Yeah.
Lisa, can you fill us in on this next one?
No butter substitutes.
Yeah.
What's going on with that dog?
No, that I think you can actually like have margarine, but if
You have to ask for
exactly,
it.
Yes.
yep, a restaurant
But yeah,
has to
they
have
say no
butter.
restaurants, no schools, no prisons.
We enforce that in the prisons, huh?
Yes. Yep.
Wow,
That surprises me.
that's
Yeah.
dedication.
They don't give them like good meat, but they'll give them butter.
Mhm.
Maybe it's a
Mhm.
thing like to help supplement, farmers because they're like those
Yeah, it
dairy
could
farmers. Like even in the prison, it's like, well, we got to buy butter, so that's going to help our dairy farmers.
Yeah.
Why
But
not?
they have the cheese caves. So what?
For some reason, when you said that, it made me think of like meat sweats. They got the cheese caves.
It itches.
Yeah.
Those are Wisconsin vaginas.
Oh man, I've never. Yeah. What?
It smells like blue cheese.
Fill me. Oh, that you got to stay away from. Fill me in on the cheese caves, though. I guess I don't really know what is that about.
It had to do with Wisconsin and food surpluses.
Isn't it like a cheese
Oh.
bunker? Like there's somewhere that's like stashing cheese.
It's basically, okay. The USDA has a large presence in Kansas City, Missouri.
Yes.
And when it found itself with millions of pounds of surplus dairy, it needed a safe climate controlled place to put it all. So it started to search locally. And so there's a set of caves along Interstate 435
Mm-hmm.
that offered a convenient cold storage option.
I wonder if it has bats.
Oh, good
Ooh.
question. One would hope that they would kind of close it off.
Could
you would think the
imagine-
moisture in caves though wouldn't be good for.
Caves are usually pretty dry.
No, they're usually moist.
What caves are you been in?
Moist ones?
Oh,
I saw someplace on one of the links that it was like sometimes they're limestone caves.
oh, okay.
So
Because
that
the caves that we went toured like down in where was that? Kentucky?
Mm-hmm.
They were like really dry. So like there's people that had died in them and their bodies were essentially just preserved because it was so dry.
Well, the cave that I was in just this summer in the UP called Big John's Cave, where they played Big John 24/7.
No,
Ooh,
now that you're thinking of
that
this
sounds
though,
delightful.
I've been in some moist caves because
Yeah.
they were like they were created by like natural water features and springs and stuff.
Right. And
Yeah.
like the walls were just like trickling water the whole time. And there was even a trout. Apparently,
When it smells like trout, you're supposed to get out.
right? But apparently, trout is a lot easier to maintain than canaries. I'm not making this up. I
Just want
swear.
to maintain the canaries?
Well, somebody's got to feed them. The trout just.
The birds?
Yeah.
You take them into a cave, and if they die, you know the oxygen is bad, and you have to get
Right.
out.
It's like typically like in a coal
Oh.
mine. Yeah.
Well, the same thing for trout.
I'm
So
on-
they put a trout pond.
Worked in a mine.
I didn't know that it would affect
haven't?
trout.
Not. No.
You didn't ride a bike into one?
No.
No. If she did, though, she'd be holding those handlebars.
I would be.
Indeed.
Hmm. Anyway, did you guys know that no cats or dogs in cemeteries? What do they mean by that?
They're not
They
allowed.
just can't be in there.
They can't be in there. Not buried, like they can't be in there live.
I guess.
So get your cats and your dogs out of cemeteries.
Which makes sense. You don't want them scratching in the dirt and shitting on a headstone and
Yeah.
Birds
lifting a
can.
leg on a flag.
For some reason, I'm picturing it like they're thinking like a black cat in association with some sort of witchcraft.
Similarly, don't bury your pets in a pet cemetery.
Mhm.
Or people in a
That's
pet
why I
cemetery.
see church. Mm-hmm.
I do see church.
I think I would like to be in a pet cemetery.
No, you not.
I
Well,
love
Amanda,
dogs.
We have one out
That-
behind
yeah.
our house.
That
At
means
my
you're gonna
mom
come
and
back from the
dad's,
dead and be
so-
all weird.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
I just think it would smell like
That's what she wants.
dead frogs.
Do I get to bring my dog with me?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Well, then why not? Sounds like a good time. Me and Ruggles.
Well, Ruggles is alive.
Whatever, she'll love me anyway.
And you're not dying anytime soon. so-
out of bed again.
I think it sounds delightful.
Well, tell us about this one, Amanda.
Ugh. I mean, I don't think the... Okay, well. In St. Croix, women must not wear red in public. The picture that Courtney has chosen, I don't think the red is the problem.
It's the ass cheeks hanging up the bottom.
Yeah, that's clearly a Walmart shot too.
It has
It
to
really
be.
is.
Yeah, because that right there is totally Walmart pricing signs.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Do you think she
That's
knew?
the rollback.
And then it looks like she's wearing Crocs with it.
Yeah.
Well, of course you would wear Crocs with that outfit.
It's a sparkly red dress.
It's like very...
could you
It's
not
more like
know?
almost like a little negligee kind of.
Yeah.
I don't think there's underpants going on either.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
What
Or
if they were
the
just
thong.
like flesh-toned
Like
leggings? Yeah. I've seen that a couple
Oh,
times where
yeah,
I'm like,
kinda like,
wait, I don't think you're wearing pants. Oh, no, that's what your
Yeah.
legs, I
Mhm,
imagine, are.
mhm,
That's
mhm.
the color. But no, I'm pretty sure that those
Yeah,
aren't leggings.
but no red in public, huh?
No,
Okay.
don't do it.
Lady in red,
Not,
but not in St. Croix.
I wonder what
Whoa! This is a very good one for Ryan. Ryan, would you like to read the next one?
In Wisconsin, there is no shooting off of a gun while your partner. Well, sorry, no shooting off a gun while your female partner is having an orgasm.
But it's only a law because it happened. Like,
Because he was so happy he finally got it to happen. He was like, boom, boom.
Courtney, fill me in.
you should. It's completely, totally illegal to play the flute or drums on the street to attract attention.
I wonder why just the flute and drums.
Because they're showy,
I was going to say they're the showiest of all instruments.
obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I played the flute.
You did?
We should make a
Nice.
video of flute playing,
Flute playing?
bike riding, silly watering lawns.
I'm all for it. Always wanted to play the drums, but I didn't. Your son plays the trombone. My wife used to play the trombone.
Yeah.
Maybe we could have them playing next to us,
And a
but
matter
nobody
of
thinks
fact,
they're showy.
Your
and they-
wife played my son's trombone.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh. That's
At
nice.
Grandpa's house.
Yeah, right in front of Grandpa. He saw it all.
Yeah.
Mhm. You probably
Yeah, and
liked
you
it.
were like all in shock because it didn't sound terrible. And you're like, oh,
Mm.
you do have some musical ability. I'm
You were
like,
very good.
I know. I can still play like the scale.
Ooh la la.
Mhm.
All right. Is that real?
No, that's just a meme, Gary.
That's just-
yeah.
I didn't know if there was. Okay, the picture up here says a skin flute is not a real instrument. I didn't know if that was a law in Wisconsin. Maybe it should be in the books.
It's in the books. Like, I'm sorry, we cannot count that as an incident.
Hey, if Arkansas can put a law in that you have to pronounce it this way, maybe.
Oh, I apparently got carried away with my...
That's right. It just says statute section something.
Blah, 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 blah.
Lisa, can you read that?
Yeah, statute section 146.085. The owner or manager of any public building may not allow an admission fee to be charged for the use of any toilet compartment.
So free shitters for all.
I like it.
Well, they can get around it with like the sign of like no public toilets.
Yeah.
Because like there's a lot of that like downtown.
So it says no throwing snowballs.
It says
No
no
person
person shall throw or shoot any object, arrow, stone, snowball, or other missile or projectile by hand or by any other means at any other person or at, in, or into any building, street, sidewalk, alley, highway, park, playground, or other public place within the city. So don't throw shit
So
at
don't
people.
play baseball.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, okay.
I just can't believe in Wisconsin, of all places, it's illegal to throw snowballs.
Well,
Within the city.
at any
Does it say what city?
No. But even in a playground.
Well, I mean, I did try to have a snowball fight with my brother when I was little, and that was the last time and the only time I ever asked him to play with me outside because he was really good at making snowballs and I was not. And he threw it at me and it felt like he just chucked an ice chunk right at me and it hurt.
Yeah.
And I
sometimes
was
those
like,
snowballs.
I'm out.
Mhm.
And he was just like, oh, how come we're done? I'm like, I can't even make a snowball stick together. And you were
Well, it's
really
a good
mean.
thing I grew up in the country.
Yeah.
Huh?
I didn't break any laws.
No, good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking the law.
I definitely broke a couple there. 'Cause I was throwing snowballs. I didn't know.
Hopefully not at a
Is
squirrel.
that it then?
It
I think
didn't
that's
worry it, did it? That may be it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe we should take a little break and then we'll come back and we have some more laws and then we've got all sorts of fun stuff. All right. So we'll take a little break and we'll be right back. All right. And we're back. Next up, we're going to turn the mic over to Ryan.
I'm just going to kind of rapid fire these. These are from, some of them are from states, but a lot of them are from other parts of the world.
Ooh.
What in the world? What in the world?
It's something I like
So-
to say.
Thanks to Conan O'Brien.
Ooh la la.
In Malibu, California, it is illegal for movie patrons to laugh out loud during a movie.
Really?
Obviously.
So don't go see no comedies.
Mm-mm.
In Sioux Falls, South Dakota, all hotel rooms must have 2 twin beds with at least 2 feet between them.
Oh.
We don't want no hanky-panky.
No.
No.
Or if we do, we want at least 2 of them going on at once.
Wow.
Sure.
In Skullbone, Texas, it is a crime for a man to have his fly down.
Oh.
Could you imagine, like, you leave the bathroom and you don't notice, and, like, all of a sudden the cops start arresting you? You're like, what? What'd I do?
Right?
You're a fly.
Don't do that here in Skullbone. That's a really cool name. I've never heard of Skullbone, Texas before.
Right?
I like it.
In Plymouth, Massachusetts, you cannot own a pig that roams free without a ring in its nose.
That way you know that it's taken.
Right. You
No
don't wanna-
lady.
We don't need no slutty freewheeling single piggies.
If you like it, then you better put a ring in it.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Not on it. In it.
In it.
Yep.
In Stark, Kansas, it's against the law to imitate a duck by quacking. How else do you imitate a duck? By having a really twisty vagina?
Oh, boy.
In Liberia, it is against the law to walk down the street with your white rooster under your arm.
Any other colors
After
are fine?
Labor Day.
I guess other colors are fine.
After Labor Day.
I don't know if they celebrate Labor Day over there.
That tickles me,
Liberian.
though.
Any Liberian listeners, do you celebrate Labor Day over there? Or is it Liberia Day over there?
Yeah, Liberia Day.
In Egypt, girls are forbidden from marrying foreigners who are 25 or more years older than they are.
Okay.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're local, it's fine, though.
Yeah. Well,
He's 40 years older than you, but he's my neighbor, so it's fine.
We know him.
In Toronto, Ontario, you are not allowed to wear a felt hat in a steam room.
that's good advice.
Could you
but
imagine, like, you're at the sauna and Abe Lincoln walks in and you're like, sir, you cannot be wearing that hat.
I love that nobody's like even like shocked that Abe
It's
Lincoln's
Lincoln.
alive.
Nope.
But that hat, get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out. In Rumford, Maine, it is a crime to bite your landlord.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was like a wave of, there's a lot of landlord biting going on. We should make a law.
Mm-hmm.
In San Jose, California, you cannot sleep in your neighbor's outhouse without their express permission.
That's fair.
Good.
Express yourself.
Okay.
Well, could you imagine how shocking it would be if someone goes to the outhouse in the middle of the night and then there's somebody?
Just asleep.
Sleeping.
Ah!
How could you sleep in an outhouse anyway? I've been in outhouses. They
Desperation.
aren't.
Narcolepsy.
And honestly,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
there were times when my Crohn's was bad, I was like, I might as well just sleep on this toilet.
Yeah.
I mean, it
that's
wasn't
true.
an
It wasn't
outhouse,
an outhouse, no.
But, I mean,
I
It
thought
was
that-
in my house.
In my old house, the way our bathroom was set up, like when the door would open, it would like, the bathroom was so small that the door was like right kind of in front of the toilet, but not directly. But if the door was open, it would be like, so if I was tired and like not sleeping there, but I would hold the door and like put my head like
oh, sure.
on the door. So it was like, oh, I'll just rest
It
here.
took me a second to remember what your old house bathroom was like, but I remember it now.
So
Yeah,
like,
but
the-
like I can understand on like a modern bathrooms, but outhouses,
Outhouse.
man, the stench.
Yeah, totally.
in Oklahoma, it is still illegal to destroy another man's melons at night.
Only during the daytime.
What's the ruling on his rhubarb?
Ooh, you can rub it,
Okay.
Wow.
despite what the Joker tells you. In Arabia, it used to be grounds for divorce if the husband did not keep his wife supplied with coffee.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. I mean, my wife isn't necessarily that way, but I can see that being nice.
Mhm. Or Diet Coke, it would
But
be.
like,
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Diet
Yep,
Coke.
Yep.
Oh my God, Lisa. That's
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In Boston, Massachusetts, you are not allowed to take part in a frog jumping contest in any nightclub.
I just imagine like, and then like these frogs. I like it.
It's like the same bar where they had the bear fighting. It's like,
Yeah.
no frog jumping. In Aberdeen, Scotland, you are not allowed to wear a false nose if it causes any doubt about your true identity.
Oh,
So
interesting.
you would just wear one for fun,
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that
not to disguise yourself, but like, I just want to give this nose a whirl.
can we pause for just a 2nd just to look at the kitties?
Oh, you're kidding.
So if this doesn't get cut, listeners, we're looking at Lisa's
Oh, she's
camera
got big
because the cat
yawn.
jumped up in front of it. And
Christine,
hello, kitties.
Hi, Christine. Oh, so beautiful.
Lisa's just giving this look like the cat's stealing my thunder.
Oh, I love you.
No,
Oh,
I
she-
have one.
She looks a
One
little
cat on the
diva-ish
couch.
right there.
She is a little. She's a tortoise shell cat, so she is a little diva.
Oh,
Oh,
look at her
hello.
like.
She-
Mhm.
She's elderly, so she's sick of everybody's shit.
Oh, Lisa's old pussy.
Yep, she's my old pussy. My middle-aged pussy's over on the couch, and my young pussy, I don't know where he is.
Oh.
Well, Carl would say he's a Tom.
Yeah. It
He
annoys
is a-
me so much when like you're talking with like a gentleman caller and then you like send a picture with your cats and like, you got a lot of pussy. I'm like, how old are you? Like you're so
I just
so
love that you said gentleman caller.
my response is always, these are Toms. They're boy cats. So
And then he sends back a picture with turkeys. He's like, here's my,
my
Tom.
Toms. In Baltimore, Maryland, it is a crime to hassle an oyster.
Obviously.
That's amazing.
Now I want to know. I tried to look it up to see if there's any
What
more in depth.
Constitutes hassling an oyster.
Right. And when I found
Yeah.
like, you know, when you Google something and like you can see what you search and then like stuff that's by it, it said something not scrubbing or cleaning. And I was like, oh, it must have something to do with that. And I looked at it. That was a different law that apparently it's illegal to scrub or clean a sink no matter how dirty it is. I was hoping it was about oysters. Like you can't clean those.
Right.
So I'm not sure.
So you can't bug an oyster? No, what was
Hassle.
the
Hassle
an
them.
oyster?
Hey, oysters. What are you doing?
I feel like there's some sort of joke there. Like you can't hassle an oyster, but you can slam a clam. I don't know.
It's bad that my
Rough
brain
up.
was
You
right
can't
there
hassle
too
an
at
oyster, but you can rough up a clam.
That's exactly where my mind went, honestly. So, thank you, Gary.
And finally, in Florida, it is unlawful to pass wind in a public place after 6 p.m. on Thursdays.
What was going on on
Very
Thursdays?
specific.
Is there bingo?
So does one have to wait then till like the next like
Business day?
Bus-
You
exactly.
have to get into a building. Get inside.
Oh, okay.
Get into your house.
Mm.
It's 5:59. Quick, let them all out.
I love it. Well, thank you, Ryan.
You're welcome.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you for sharing them.
Oh, I will share you any day of the week.
Oh,
I'll even Sonny Bono you some days.
oh, don't do that. Sonny Bono was a terrible man who tried to defund arts programs when he was the mayor. He can suck a dick.
That's too
Well,
bad.
he's dead.
Anytime they talk about in the Golden Girls group, like, I wish she would have picked Sonny or she did. I'm like, ugh. Lyle Wagner all the way.
She and Sunny did not share the same values.
It was a dream, so it's okay. But still.
Yeah. Huh. But next up, we've got some goodies from Courtney.
Well, I came up with like a little Q&A of different countries.
Yeah.
So if I read it, if you guys can chime in as to what country you think this crazy law may have came from.
I would love.
fun.
I love a little game.
Okay. Are the Wicker Biscuit buddies ready?
I'm.
Yes.
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 Okay.
I had nothing witty there. I apologize, but I'm ready.
It's okay.
If you're in this country, you may not name your pig after Napoleon.
I would
France.
say France.
You're right.
Yeah.
What country is it illegal to chew gum in?
Singapore.
Oh yes. Mhm.
Very
I
nice.
actually knew that.
I can't even imagine.
It's part of their anti-litter.
Yeah.
very
it
stringent
makes
against
sense.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Can you imagine?
Very
Can you imagine like the drug deal type gum?
Here's
the
some
underground
Trident.
gum market in
Yeah,
Singapore.
they've got like monitors on your car, so if you speed, you automatically like get ticketed.
Do you remember
and-
there was a thing where it's like if you peed in an elevator, the elevator would lock until the police came to arrest you?
Wow.
Why would you pee in an elevator?
Like homeless people?
Oh, okay. Fine.
Yeah.
I figure if a place has an elevator, they have a bathroom. Like, anyways.
Well, you can't even go to the bathroom at Target, like in LA. Remember?
Oh, that was weird. Because they didn't want homeless people just setting up shop, so they just didn't have a bathroom,
Like,
or at
you
least not
couldn't-
one that customers could use.
Even if
Sure.
you bought something, you couldn't use the bathroom.
So, what country is it illegal to run out of gas and park on the side of the road in?
Switzerland.
Ooh.
Bulgaria,
Sweden.
Croatia.
Germany.
You are right.
Oh.
Ding, ding, ding,
Oh,
ding.
total guess. Total
Because if you
guess.
think about
You
like the
knew it.
Audubon and
Yeah,
stuff,
that would
I
be
mean,
dangerous.
that would be a
Wow.
major, a major.
Kerfuffle.
Exactly.
I've been on the Autobahn.
Really?
It was fun.
Nice. How fast did you go?
Were
Were you driving or was somebody
I
else?
was driving.
Okay.
Fun story about that is when it was for work. So like I had to get like a little work vehicle. So work pays for like the cheapest little vehicle. So I was expecting like a tiny little thing.
Uh-huh.
But I did specify on there I don't want a manual. I want an automatic. And I mean, I know how to drive a manual,
Uh-huh.
but the last thing you want to do when you're learning or when you're in another country,
Right.
the signs are different. I'm like, don't want it. So please give me an automatic. And they're like, well, do you really need an automatic? I'm like, yeah. Well, the only automatic we have is this brand new Jaguar. So they had to bump me up to that for free.
Wow.
So then I'm like, well, sure, let's go on the Autobahn. Let's have some fun.
Nice.
Oh, I can't remember, but I know there was a short period where I opened it up and then like the practical, like, and picture our dad's Courtney. The practical Putnam side is like, settle it down now.
sure,
So, yeah.
right?
No, I did. I mean,
Now remind me, like there, like one or two lanes are like managed with a speed limit, but there's one lane where you can go as fast as you want, right?
it was. I want to say the lanes varied, but they're very strict on passing. You only pass on the left. So like if somebody is in front of you and they're going slow, you don't get in the right and pass them. You flash your lights at them and say, get over. And then they get over and then you go. So the furthest left definitely was like the balls to the wall lane.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, I don't remember if
And
there
there's
was.
no limit at all, right? In
Mhm.
that lane.
In certain spots, yeah.
Interesting. Could you imagine? I can't even handle the uncontrolled
Yeah.
intersections. No clue. Okay.
I would say it's not what you expect though. People really weren't crazy about.
Okay.
Yeah, it was actually people were still pretty safe.
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
In this fashion-conscious country, it is illegal for obese people to wear polyester.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Italy.
Italy.
You were right.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
How?
I know.
I would
Go
get
to
busted
Italy and
over
wear
there.
all the polyester.
Right? I've got all the polyester for days. In this Caribbean country, is that such a thing? Is there countries in the Caribbean, or is it just all the Caribbean?
I suppose there's countries in the
Carl would
Caribbean.
know this.
Okay.
We'll look it up later and sound.
Well,
Fancy.
this Caribbean country, it is illegal to wear camouflage.
Jamaica.
Yes! You are nailing it, Amanda.
I'm just looking up Caribbean countries.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so there's certainly countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wonder why camouflage.
They were just sick of people hiding. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. This neutral country is not neutral in their beliefs against flushing a toilet after 10 p.m.
Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
What are those Swiss? So the Swiss are just like,
Nope, don't flush that toilet past 10 p.m.
They don't have anybody
Interesting.
with diarrhea.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently not.
In this country, it is illegal to have sex in any other position than missionary.
Amish country?
Saudi Arabia? I don't.
America.
Yes. It is.
Because you know how I
Florida,
know
to be
this?
exact.
You know how I know this?
What?
Because technically anything that isn't missionary is sodomy.
Oh.
And so many states still have sodomy laws on their books because they're stupid.
Yeah. No, okay, that makes sense now.
So, yeah, I thought that was interesting.
You know, it probably exists in Saudi Arabia too.
Fair enough. In this country, they had to put a ban on Winnie the Pooh and his anti-pants situation. What country is this?
Russia.
France.
Amanda?
It makes sense though for France because he don't wear no underpants.
Pants, right?
Brazil.
Lisa.
Like a Brazilian wax.
She's going to
or something.
guess Germany. It's going to be right again.
Saudi Arabia.
No, it's Poland.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Not even like children's, like parks and stuff. They cannot have Winnie the Pooh, that pantsless bastard.
What about Donald Duck?
I wonder. Yeah,
Well,
Donald Duck.
But what about Winnie the Pooh in like Blood and Honey? He wears like overalls, so that one would be okay,
Ooh,
right?
Yeah, that's okay, especially
Blood
for the
and
kids.
honey.
Yeah,
Well,
because now that Winnie the Pooh is
Oh,
public domain,
sheltered
Oh,
Courtney.
honey.
Fill her in.
So now there's
Oh.
a horror movie where Winnie the Pooh is like a murderous, and there's a sequel coming. Oh, the sequel already came out, I think. I don't remember. But there's going to be like a whole universe where all these like
Mhm.
public domain fairy tale characters are going to be together. I'm so excited for it because it's not going
Is
to be
like
very good, and
Piglet
I'm going to love it.
and Tigger and all of them in
Yes.
it?
It's
Well,
Piglet.
all of them that were in the original
It's like
book.
it's Tinkerbell and Pinocchio and Sleeping Beauty, like all these fairy tale characters that are public domain.
Right, but
Huh.
the public domain part is just the book, right? Not the Disney films.
It's just the characters.
Yeah. Mhm.
Right. You can't do like the Disney version and be like, we can do that because that's it's like eventually Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman will be public domain because they'll be 100 years old, and it'll be like, but it's specific to like that version that was in the 30s and 40s, not like Superman
Yeah.
now.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yep.
Trust
So-
me, public domain Winnie the Pooh is frightening.
Yeah.
I think I've seen like memes or something from it that ring a bell,
Okay.
but I didn't know there was a full movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you need to see the full movie. It is
Huh.
definitely worth it because of the B movie
Yeah,
awesomeness.
the schlock.
Yeah.
I dig that. Yes.
It's schlock.
It's like not very well made,
Oh, okay.
but like
It's just so crummy, it's good.
Right. When you say it, it's like, but in an affectionate way, like, oh, this movie is such schlock.
Mhm.
Like this
Wow.
movie is so bad and terrible. It is so good.
Oh. But I do have one question to Poland, is that if they're against Winnie the Pooh because he doesn't wear pants, naturally bears don't wear pants to begin with.
Right. That's a very good point.
So, like,
Maybe it's because he's sitting up.
I don't know. It's not like he's got a big old schlong.
Well,
hanging.
I've never been to Poland. Maybe they pay somebody to go around and put pants on bears.
Maybe.
You know,
You'd have to pay a lot of money.
Do
'cause
they
that's
have
a dangerous
bears
job.
in Poland?
oh, they got to. There's bears in Russia. Yeah, yeah.
Are there bears
And this
in
is
Poland?
my last one.
Uh-oh.
In this country, it is illegal to reincarnate oneself without permission.
From who?
Oh, wow. I'm going to
India.
say India.
Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. I was just thinking, like, who do you need permission
Right.
from?
No. I get where you were
I
going with
forgot
that.
about the
I was
country
thinking
part.
that too. So let's guess the country and then let's talk about it.
Okay, sorry. Pakistan. China.
China.
Oh, China. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Okay. So back to the law. How would one even enforce that? How do you even know?
What if, like, okay, so you meet someone and you're convinced that it's like your grandpa reincarnated, but he didn't have permission, so you try to like get that person arrested. They're just
Right?
like, I'm just a person that reminds you of your grandpa. Leave me alone.
Exactly.
Fun little
Exactly.
production note for our fans, any
Yeah.
of the Golden Girls fans. I
Yeah.
want you to know that on my list of laws, I wrote la la.
La la.
That's what Rose watches on Thursday nights.
Yep. La
La
la.
la.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Do we have any more segments or shall we?
What are we, a millipede?
I don't know.
Got so many segments.
Were we doing
That reminds me of
personal
human
laws?
centipede.
There are brown bears in Poland.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, personal. Thank you. So next up, guys, we've got some personal laws. So what this is going to be is just like more or less little household rules that are kind of silly. So I'll start off to set the tone. There is a rule in my house. No pickles allowed. Now, why can't I have pickles in my
It's
house?
disgusting.
It's because of Amanda.
It's a good thing we love her.
Yeah, we do.
More than we love pickles.
You can have them outside.
Yeah,
I
what
mean,
if- what
please
if
brush
I-
your teeth.
What about if I come here and I'm like eating a McDonald's cheeseburger and there's pickles on it? But
Oh, that's
you
okay.
don't see them
No,
or
that's
anything.
okay.
I just eat.
It's more like you couldn't have the jar because like the smell of the juice of the jar.
Even like a sweet pickle versus
Nope.
a dill pickle.
None
Nope,
of them.
no pickles.
What a pickle green bean.
I don't like pickled things.
Just pickled
Nope,
in
nothing
general.
pickled.
No, thank you.
What if I had something in vinegar?
I don't.
Is
really-
it the vinegar smell or
Kinda, I think.
It's the whole combination.
Mhm.
But pickles are really bothersome.
So no pickles. No, that's a rule in my house. No pickles.
I'll try not to douche around you then.
Thanks.
No problem.
because typically you just douche right in their kitchen when we're hanging out.
she's,
Throw my leg up on.
we just call her
In your
douche as you
sundress.
please, Courtney.
Oh lordy.
Oh shit.
Amanda, do you have any laws?
I really don't like pickles. Like I can't handle it.
You're not like afraid of them, whereas if someone brought a pickle out, you'd like run screaming like
No.
the lady with the
No.
olives.
No.
Okay.
It just
it's
is
not like that.
nauseating.
I can't stand the smell, and I can't handle like them touching any of my food.
Do you know what's weird? There was a time like when Carl and I were really good about packing our lunch every day, which really means I would pack our lunches every day. And like sometimes, you're like, oh, I haven't used this in a while. Is it okay? And like for some reason, I smelled the jar of jelly, and the jelly was fine. But for some reason, the way the smell hit me, I was like, what? I couldn't figure out, did the jelly go bad? I was so like, I didn't use it. I was like, oh my God, gross. But then the next time I got jelly, because I was like, throw that out. And then I was like, oh, I guess that's just what jelly smells like if you sniff the jar. It just isn't a
Oh.
good smell.
Yeah.
But the jelly was fine. It tasted fine. It just in the jar smelled sour. And it
Well,
was like, whoa, it's rotten.
I once had an experience where like I don't remember if I was pregnant, but like something obviously like changed in my hormones, and the deodorant that I had used for years, which was like coconutty, beachy smell, when I put it on, it made my armpit smell like pickles, and
Oh.
I was
Mm.
so
I remember that.
disgusted by myself, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to shower, and oh my God. My armpits smell like pickle. And it's so close to my nose, it's all I can smell.
Oh.
I do remember that. That was bad.
I love you.
Oh, it's
I-
awful.
Did it smell like pickles to you too, Carrie?
Oh, yeah,
Or-
yeah.
Yes.
It smelled like pickles.
oh, it was horrible. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm throwing that deodorant out, and I'm never buying anything like that again. Oh, it
Yeah.
was horrible.
So I know I wrote them down somewhere, but I don't have it. So I apologize. I don't know what those laws would be.
We don't really have any laws other than no pickles.
Yeah, that's the big one. Hmm.
Yeah.
Ryan, do you have any silly laws in your house?
See, mine are like things that for me are very practical, but Carl likes to violate them a lot.
Ooh, yeah.
For example, when you are like done drying off in the shower, take the towel that you're standing on and drape it over the side of the tub so it dries.
Mhm.
Every day when I come home after work, it's just been laying all wadded up. Or when you put that towel down to stand on it, flip it out so it's flat. Carl just drops it on the ground. Like, just cover the most space so you don't get the floor wet.
Yep.
Ah.
Yep. I get it.
The other one that bugs me that he does a lot, where like when he takes his contacts out, he just leaves the contact case on the sink, which in theory would be fine, but we have cats. And if you want to lose your contact case, because if they play with it and fling it under something, I'm not going to find it.
Yeah.
So almost every night, because he always goes to bed a little bit before I do. Well, let's be honest. It's because we get ready for bed. He just goes right to bed. I have to go make sure the litter box
He's
is
the
clean.
Gary.
Make sure that
Yeah, but you're the one who leaves your contact case out.
Make sure
I don't have a contact case. I have dailies.
Yeah, and you leave the fucking contact right on the goddamn
It's
sink.
delightful because
Anyway.
they dry out.
Yeah.
And it's fun to crunch them.
No, it's
fun to
not.
crunch
You
'em.
get little shards in your fingers sometimes.
Well, you're obviously crunching them. I don't have that problem.
Continue.
Basically, in a lot of ways, I just follow Carl around and clean up after him. That's
Yeah.
our law. But it's all things that like have happened. So now I'm like, well, now you change the behavior to avoid the bad thing from happening. That's why that meme that said, "Which ADHD are you? The one who had a trauma, so now you plan ahead, or are you the one that does?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm both." But those are the things where it's like, well, now because one time, sometimes he doesn't close it all the way. So if it gets like, and Charlie hopped up there and knocked the contacts out, and I had to find his contacts on the floor because they spilled all over. And it was like, you gotta close it. So I'm always usually getting ready for bed, and I go, "Oh, put the contacts in the closet." Now
Yep, makes sense.
You're a good guy, Ryan.
One thing that I want to make a law about is I need a little more space in our closet because we have these little Lazy Susan organizers, and they've just slowly become all Carl stuff. Because I say low maintenance because I just don't have a lot of lotions or smelly things, or like, I just brush my teeth, I wash my face, like I'm ready for bed. But like where my toothbrush goes, every once in a while it's like, I don't even have space to put my toothbrush here, Carl. Why is all your stuff?
You are the Carl Amanda.
For that,
So
you love me.
anytime we come back from a trip, Carl just kind of puts the ditty bag, because a lot of the stuff in the ditty bag just stays in the ditty bag because it's like travel size. So we keep.
Yep.
He'll just kind of set the ditty bag where my toothbrush goes. And it's like, Carl, that's my one spot in this whole closet. And you're like, "Brr."
I never knew it was called a ditty bag.
Yeah, that is a name for a travel bag.
Is it?
Nice.
I thought that was just something cute you guys
Yeah.
made.
No,
I thought so,
okay.
too.
First up. So the first time I ever heard it was from Ryan, but like I looked it up. It's a legit thing. It's not something.
Sophia Petrillo says, blow it out your ditty bag.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew what that meant.
But the real thing is sailors carried their shit in a big bag that was a ditty bag.
Oh,
Yeah.
But it's,
okay.
But Carl's the first person I heard call it that. And then,
He's fancy.
But then I heard other people say it, and I was
Okay,
like,
okay.
oh, but that's where I got it from.
Okay, well, this right now is the first time I've ever heard it.
Same thing on this fucking podcast. The word bifurcation. Never heard it before, and then it came up in the China or the ad episode. The sales for in China had
About
like
toilet seats.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then all of a sudden I've heard it a shit ton since then. I don't know what happened, but
If you watch the kill count on YouTube with James A. Janice, he often uses the term bifurcation to describe how a person gets killed if they get chopped in half.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
No, my dad calls a ditty bag just his shaving bag.
Yeah, it can be called that. That's fine.
Okay.
He's not breaking any laws.
Fair enough.
So is you.
I just call mine my travel bag.
See, now, if you type ditty bag, it's more like a drawstring bag,
Okay.
like kind of like a gym bag sort of thing. But I've always called the like that is a
So
ditty bag.
it's-
Little
yeah.
zippy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say somebody else in my life had referred to them as toiletry bags.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's probably what you'd see if like on like the tag if you were buying
Yeah.
one.
I love the idea of picturing trees sprouting out of a toilet.
A toilet tree bag.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Courtney, I would love to hear some laws from you.
I have OCD. I have lots of laws.
Oh, fill me in.
And I apologize
No,
for
Give me as
this.
many as you can. I love it.
Don't give him ideas. He's already like thinking about stuff to implement
No,
at our house.
no. I'm not. I've been with you long enough to know it's just that's the way life's gonna be, and I've learned to live with it. It's cool.
Same.
It's my flavor of ADHD.
Yeah, no, I love you. It's cool. But
I actually did tell Carl
I do
that.
I get to roll my eyes and act annoyed though.
I did tell Carl that when he was like got diagnosed and started taking meds. I said,
Sorry, Lisa just is completely blocked out by the pussy right now.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Ryan.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the furriness of Lisa's
It is a glorious
vagina.
kitten.
I mean, pussy. I mean, I can't call a cat that. Like,
What is that?
It's so weird.
Is
to me.
Lisa in a lake?
I didn't think her pussy was going to be that big.
She surprises a lot of people with that.
I do.
But I told Carl a few times after he like started taking meds and stuff, there are like so many things that used to drive me nuts that now that I know why, it's like I just let it happen.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Mhm.
It's okay, baby.
But like towels, 100% the same.
But like, and it's little things like, okay, so
Drape them out.
when Carl drapes a towel,
We could go up to our bathroom right
Oh,
now.
there's towels on the floor, but they're like flatter.
to me, if they're on the floor, they're not. They're done.
Yeah.
They gotta go be washed.
On the floor, out the door.
But like we hang it on like the shower curtain rod, and like anytime I go in after he showered, it's like on there, but it's like wadded together. It's like it doesn't dry that way. You have
Yep.
to spread it out.
Yep.
Much like my sundress.
I specifically, when I'm done, I have a spot on my bed where I hang my towel.
On the bed?
Yeah,
On the
it's
bed frame.
on the
Okay.
frame, so it doesn't sit on. It's not on the bed itself,
Okay.
but then it dries out nice, and then the next day I'll use it to be my towel on the floor, and I rotate them that way. So I always have a nice towel.
I don't have a floor towel.
Oh, well.
I dry my feet off before I step out of the tub.
And sometimes Amanda will put her towel on my towel, and I'm like, "No, it won't dry, Amanda. Thank you very much."
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Just give me a hook.
No. Okay.
Okay, Courtney, you're up.
Okay. So if it's Christmas time in my household, we're only allowed to have white lights
On outside, on the tree,
anywhere.
Okay.
Multicolored lights. There's nothing that irks my gherkin more than multicolored lights. I don't know why, but it's not allowed in my house.
Interesting.
Every pair of socks that you take off must be safety pinned together.
But that's just for your socks, right? You don't force
I'm
your
trying to
family.
get the rest of the family.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they're safety pinned together so that they're washed together, and when you take them out of the dryer, they're already matched.
It's.
That's just
I
smart.
think that's brilliant. To be
It is.
honest,
It
Mhm.
really is. And then your socks also get even wear.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
fair.
Mm-hmm. And like your feet have been all in the same places as that pair of socks, so not one is dirtier than the other.
right?
Okay. Coat hangers have to be like if it's a larger neck shirt, it has to have they're not paper clips, they're like the folder clips, like the bigger the
Oh, yeah.
black. They have to
Oh, the binder clip.
Yes, thank you. They have to be binder clipped in the shoulders to the coat hanger so
These
they don't fall off.
These are mostly genius tips, Courtney. Not so much laws. I love what you're going for, but keep going. This is great.
No, you know. In my household, you have to keep track of your toenails because if I find a fucking random toenail somewhere in my household, I will go off the deep end.
See, now I had that rule, but it was different. It was a collection. Remember?
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Now, it also has a seasonal bylaw that
Okay.
goes with it. If it's nice out, one has to clip their toenails outside.
Oh, sure.
Because you never know what you get a straggler that just flings out.
Mhm.
If you do it outside on the front steps, they're with nature. It's fine.
Okay.
Tater tot casserole, hot dish.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All of the little tater tots, you can ask my kids this. They have to be
Nipple up.
nipple up
Okay.
so that you get and like laid out in lines so
Mhm.
that you have a better tater tot to casserole hot dish.
Yeah, you would get a better ratio for sure.
Yes.
See, and I've always done them long ways.
Oh, if you put them tits up,
But you're right. Yeah.
you get more.
That would make sense.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And these are just ones that I just was able to quickly think of. But this last one, actually, I was able to use very recently. But every like get together that we have family wise, I always make the comment when it's time to eat. I'll say, okay, everybody, come and get your plate. Pregnant bitches in the back of the line. And I catch so many pregnant people that would be like, oh, who's at the back of the line? At Easter last week, a bitch had to go to the back of the line, and everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's how you know if somebody's pregnant in the family.
Nice.
Congratulations. Pregnant bitches to the back of the line.
Nice.
That's it.
That's it. Lisa, do you have any fun rules, laws?
Yeah. I appreciate it if after my partner is done showering, when he hangs up his towel, if he would stretch the towel out so it dries correctly.
Yep, absolutely.
Otherwise, I'm the one that goes in there and stretches it out for him.
Yeah.
Which is annoying, but whatever. I'm used to it. By now, it's been 10 years. A big thing for me, since I have the sense of smell of a dog, apparently, he likes to make ham in the crock pot, which is totally fine, but he likes to also add sauerkraut.
Ooh. Yeah.
And I can't deal with the lingering smell of the sauerkraut that I cannot eliminate with any sprays, no matter how many I've tried. So the rule is, if you want sauerkraut with your ham, you add that in, you just microwave it.
Oh, that doesn't make it worse?
No, like just he buys it in the can or whatever, and then when he's ready to have his ham, he'll just put the sauerkraut in a microwavable dish, pop that in the microwave, and it's fine. Because the smell seems to evaporate quicker, if that makes, instead of being in a crock pot for hours.
It's not like permeating everything all day.
Yeah.
Right. It's not, because he makes ham and pineapple in the crock pot, and then you mix that with like sauerkraut, and it's like a gut bomb.
Oh, gosh.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like his gut cleanser, basically. And
wow.
And it's just awful on my nose.
Amanda looks like she's got some strong opinions here.
Sauerkraut's also not allowed in my house.
That's true, actually.
The smell's too bad.
But that does sneak in sometimes when we're doing brats. We just don't cook it.
Yeah. And you can't eat by me.
No. Yeah. True. Anyway.
And there should be Diet Coke at the house, preferably room temperature. Because that's how I like it.
No, that's good.
That law has actually extended to Gary's house as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was always kind of there anyway.
Yeah.
I actually, last time you were over, I had a bottle of pop out at room temp, but you had said you brought your own.
I do.
That's so
Because
sweet
it's
of
just
you.
a courtesy, because that is very sweet and I appreciate it. But I'm just so used to supplying my own, even at like family gatherings. I've just always brought my own stuff because I don't expect people to like purchase Diet Coke just for me.
Do you ever feel like, okay, so like we went to my aunt's house for dinner Sunday night, and Carl and I both brought a bottle of water each and a can of soda each. But that was because we never know what my aunt will have. And we don't want to be like, oh, there's like 3 soda. You know, like I'm not going to drink her soda if she hardly has any. But since she was fully stocked, I feel like it was also okay that after drinking our sodas, we also drank one of hers.
Yeah. No, that's...
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think you did anything wrong there.
Good.
My
I mean, everyone else was there drinking. And I don't bring my own to be like, I don't want to drink what you have. But it's like, I'm always more afraid, like, there might not be enough soda for everyone.
There's that, and the fact that in the past, I've had family that have been like, oh, the generic Diet Cola will suffice. And it's like, no, that's not the same.
No.
Yeah.
It's kind of a rule that we don't buy Diet Pepsi in our house.
No. Mm-mm. Nope.
My tummy cannot handle the sucralose that they used to sweeten that with.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I just don't care for it.
Also, like, I need to give Gary his medicine at night.
Oh, yeah. That's not so much a law, but yeah, it is a fun little routine thing.
You have to give his medicine?
Mhm.
Yeah, like I take
regularly,
I get my medication and then I give Gary his medication so that way he remembers.
Aww.
Because I have to take it anyway, so
Yeah.
that way we know.
You know, Lisa did remind me of something, though. This was a law. I suppose this is a law in our house, but it was a law that we had actually where I worked, and that was absolutely under no circumstance microwaving fish.
Oh.
Yeah. Somebody broke that rule once, and the whole workplace was furious with this dude.
And now that, but your microwave smells rancid forever after that.
But Seth was actually going to microwave some fish or something.
Yeah,
recently.
he likes
We're
to
like,
microwave
no.
random.
No, you
Put
can't.
Just put it in the oven.
Right.
I don't remember.
Or like a little ninja toaster oven guy. Yeah.
Oh, and then I guess a law, like, which is an actual law, but like, I will not drive if people don't have their seatbelts on.
Oh, that's
yeah.
a good one, though.
So like some of
Buckle
his
it up.
friends, like
Buckle
I
it
think
up.
aren't
Buckle it up or you'll
Buckle it up or
die.
you'll die.
as strict about it. So I'll be like, you don't have your seatbelt on.
Yeah,
You
I
put your
love
seatbelt on.
that we have a car that shows every single seat.
Yeah.
So like I'll just be parked and I'll be like, "Hey, my kid's friend, you're the one who's not buckled." And they'll be like, "What?"
Well,
Okay.
and now like the car we have like freaks out, like, you know how older cars, like it just like bing bing, like it'll beep, but then it'll go away.
it get-
Ours just
Ours
gets
will- it will
louder
not
Mine
shut
and
off.
does
it
too.
will not turn off. And the kids are like, "Oh my god!" And it's like, "Well, buckle up."
Of all the people to not buckle up and to just ignore the beeping, Carl's stepdad, who was an EMT and pulled how many dead people out of vehicles.
Oh no!
He just would like buckle it. And that's the thing. Like, if you're gonna do that, buckle
Just-
it behind you and just
Right.
sit on it. Like,
Yeah.
no.
oh well,
We always have to
he's
have
dead now
seatbelt.
anyway.
Not from the seatbelt.
Not
issue.
from the
I
No,
just-
not from the seatbelt.
Realize that I have everybody at my work conditioned to not eat hard candy around me
Why?
because the crunching.
Yeah.
But also what makes it 10 times worse is if you have dentures. It's a
Mm.
completely different sound and it is way too much.
There are denture sounds that I hear from
Yeah.
a certain, and it's like she does this thing where it's like, and I don't know what she's adjusting, or like I'm sure there's something going on, but it's I just hear this little weird like click. I don't know how to describe it, and it's just like it hurts me because it sounds like bone on bone, even though I know that's
Yeah.
not what it is. But it's like oh,
It's the hard candy on dentures sound. Mm-hmm.
Shall we move on to biscuits?
Yeah.
All right, up next, we are going to do some biscuits, the biscuit basket. So, Amanda, would you be kind enough to share your biscuit with us?
I have a biscuit that's buttered. I went to a local yoga studio on Saturday and I got to do yoga with bunnies.
Oh, yeah.
And they were
bunnies.
so cute. And I was a bunny whisperer. And now I want all the bunnies.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, you do. Tell them about the bunny that did the very cute thing on...
Oh, so the bunny was named Olive. And she's just this cute little black bunny. And she like was next to me and she was super cute. And like the other bunny was named Dover. And Dover kept trying to hump Olive. So like I got to, wrangle that situation. But Olive came over and she just like pawed at my leg like really fast. Like she was digging and then like nibbled on my knee. And I was like, "Oh, look at you. I think we're best friends."
Did
and
it hurt?
It was just a little starting.
Oh, okay.
But she's
No,
so cute. And then
She was
they,
doing it to like get her attention, right?
Yeah.
That's
Or-
adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's so cute. And I want all the bunnies.
So yeah, Amanda was cuddling Bunny. She was the bunny whisperer, but also she was the bunny cock blocker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
He
Not
was
on her turf.
persistent.
yeah,
Oh,
well,
boy.
bunnies are. Yeah.
They're both fixed. So, like, there were no baby bunnies, but
Oh, that's good.
oh, they're so cute.
Mhm.
But Olive is a mama.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Mhm. She came pregnant and she was only like 6 months old.
Yeah, that seems young, but in bunny life, I guess that's the way it
Bunnies
is.
live 10 to 12 years.
Well, so
Oh,
do dogs,
wow.
and dogs are usually having their first period by like around 6 months.
That doesn't mean they're supposed to be having babies.
Unless they're in track and field.
Unless... Very true.
or gymnastics.
They were from Hoppy House Rescue, correct?
Yes.
In Chippewa
Nice.
Falls, Wisconsin.
Mhm.
Check
Shout
them out.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're so sweet.
Maybe
and they
we should
have
team up with them.
they like do so much good for all the bunnies. Like they provide all of the things to foster. Like they just want you to have fresh greens for them every day. But they like provide all the medical care and they teach you all the things you need to know about bunny care.
That's very
Yes,
nice.
I have a friend that fosters for them, so shout out.
Hey, shout out. Well, thank you, Amanda.
Mhm.
Thank you for sharing. Next up, I would love to hear about the biscuits of Sir Ryan.
All right, so my biscuit isn't really burned. It's more just like a little too toasty.
Oh, okay, okay.
So a lot of people have been raving and talking about this Quiet on the Set documentary.
Yep.
Which,
the Nickelodeon.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? But I'm frustrated because, and it's like one of those things where it's like the documentary itself doesn't make me mad. It's like some of the, like, I don't mind this band, but their fans drive me nuts. You know, that kind of thing. So, like, people like Melissa Joan Hart and Mark Summers, who were all at Nickelodeon way before any of this stuff happened.
Yep.
Keep getting, like, harassed.
Right.
Like, hey, well, what was it like when you were there? What horrible stories do you have? And they're like, I don't, because everything was fine when I was there. And then people are like, you support pedophiles. And it's like, it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
And it makes
I know
me
what you're talking
so
about.
mad because it's like, have a little bit of critical thinking. And this is the thing that got me the most. So there's all these TikToks where people are referring to green slime because that's Nickelodeon's thing. It has been for a long time. They're like, well, they use green slime because you can use a green screen and change the color and make it look white so it looks like they're getting cum all over them. And I commented, yes, back in 1978 when You Can't Do That on Television wasn't even on Nickelodeon yet, they thought we should dump old cafeteria food on this kid, but we'll wait a week so it turns green, and then in 35 years someone can use a technology that doesn't exist yet to turn it white and make it look like cum.
Right.
Like, it just...
No, I know what you mean, because I've seen a lot of posts on it, and I'm glad people are talking about it, because bad things happened. But there's so many people that are blowing things out of proportion that aren't even close to correct.
Or acting like because it happened in, like, this person's regime that it was happening all along. And it's like, nope.
Right.
None of the, like, Geraldine Labourne years of Nickelodeon. I mean, I'm sure things happen here and there, but nothing like that.
Right.
And it just, it hurts my soul because I feel like it belittles the stuff that actually happened when you act like, either if you, like, minimize what happened or you maximize what happened.
Right.
Like, no, because there were a lot of people who worked at Nickelodeon who didn't have a bad experience.
Not
and so, like,
everybody was
demonizing them for not having a bad experience is like, that doesn't make sense to me either.
So I know what you mean. I do. But yes, I am glad it exists, but you're right. We need some critical thinking.
We as a society.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Yeah,
Not
in
just
general.
about this, but
Yeah.
that was kind of long, but that was my burnt biscuit.
I like it.
I feel bad for Mark Summers because I do feel like he didn't know what he was there for. And then they were like, show him stuff. And he's like, wait a minute. What are we doing here? I thought I was here to talk about how great my experience was.
What was the show that Mark was that?
A Double Dare. Also, what would you do?
do?
Oh, I fucking loved that show.
And I had posted this a little while back, and I think Lisa had commented on it too. Is the one game show where, like, the kids had different obstacle courses and they had to, like, dive into the pit and get flags.
That was
Double Dare.
But it was one of my favorite shows. But I watched, like, a small clip of it, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, he's just, like, Mark Summers is just, like, throwing these kids through, like, the obstacle course. Like, he's literally, like, picking them up and, like, move. It's almost kind of funny to watch.
Courtney.
Anyway, sorry, my biscuit took a long time.
That's okay.
Mine's a butter biscuit.
Good.
And I've been having so much fun with this woman that I met on the Facebook Marketplace. So I was one day just, like, glimpsing through things that were for sale, and this woman, she starts like this. She writes on the top of her thing, like, I'm trying to make space for storage, and I don't have anywhere to store my items. She had a tube of chapstick that she was trying to sell for $1. And it was not open, but it looked like it had been writing in somebody's purse, like, forever, because, like, the, like, seams that are, like, perforated or, like, dirty and stuff. And what's best is that it was, like, from, like, a clinic or a dental, like, it was free to begin with. So I'm looking at this.
Resource fair.
No, she's trying to get $1 for it. So I'm like, I couldn't help myself. I emailed her, or not emailed her. I messaged her, and I'm like, what flavor is it? And she's like, mint. Are you interested? And I'm like, oh my. She has been, like, messaging me, like, several times, like, are you still interested?
Is she like the cleaning person that we both had come over?
Maybe. I don't know, but
boy.
it has made my week just messing with this woman trying to sell this tube of chapstick.
For $1.
For $1, a free tube of chapstick that's been riding in her like floor of her car.
And that was probably like in a bit, like in a cardboard box with like all the other tubes of chapsticks for 3 years
Right?
prior.
That's $1.
Wow.
It's mint.
How does she know? Like it never really says
Doesn't
it.
say.
She's just speculating.
I just love it.
wow.
It's made my week.
I think I wouldn't want mint on my lips necessarily.
Could we have like a bidding war on it?
I'll see if it's still for sale.
All right. That sounds like fun.
You can pin it.
I'll be like, hey, so I'll tell you what, I know what you got. $1.50. And then Amanda will be like, $2. Is that mint? Oh, 3.
Oh my god, it's my favorite. I've been looking for this. What dental clinic is that from? Because I've been really like looking for a specific one.
Oh,
Do you
my
know,
gosh.
that made me remember, I remember if it was our 15-year class reunion, she had chapsticks made with our North High logo and stuff. I had one for a
If
long
we
time.
can
I
get
never
one of
used
those.
it, but
You could get good money for it. Did she sell it? Oh my god, who bought it?
She
someone
says,
unworthy, I'm sure.
I'm cleaning out my messages. Is this something you're still interested in?
Oh boy.
It is. It's still for sale.
You got to forward the link to Amanda.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Well, I will.
I mean, was it like in an estate sale? Like that would be.
She's just trying to make room.
I mean, put it in the garbage or like donate it to a homeless shelter. I mean, granted, you're not going to get $1, but maybe that's a question. Listeners, what's the oddest thing that you have seen trying to be peddled on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist?
we should save that
Or
and do a
eBay.
whole episode. But yeah.
All right.
No. Let's throw it out now and say we've got an episode coming out, but listener submitted ones are always appreciated.
I also found one that for a van that looked a lot like Grandpa's. don't know
I
if you
saw that.
read it,
Yeah, you sent me
but
that.
it was the best. And I've read some of his other posts, all fucking hilarious. He'd be fun to have on the pod.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Rice Lake. I'm trying to. Ryan, do you know how to get?
Well,
to the...
let's coordinate that
I'm bad at
after
this.
the
Okay,
pod.
Gary,
So-
Lisa, do you have
Lisa's
a
next.
biscuit?
Hmm?
Lisa, do you have a biscuit?
Yes, I do. I have a buttered biscuit. I got to play in my first ever D&D game.
Awesome. So, what kind of character are you?
I am a fighter, which is
Okay.
the exact opposite of who I am in real life.
Oh, that's not true. I mean, maybe not. Maybe not so physical, but you're feisty.
Well,
You're
yeah,
feisty as hell. Yeah.
but
Cool. So it
Yeah.
was a good time.
heck yeah, it was.
Nice. Now,
Except for that tattooed, swarthy
Tarok.
botanist.
yeah,
Trock.
Tarok. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, you should ask.
Did you know that if you want like guaranteed high rolls, you got to rub it on Lisa's tits first, and then bam,
Really?
It
Yeah,
works.
It works.
It works.
It works every time.
Lisa's a good luck charm in a lot of aspects of
Oh,
life,
yeah.
just so people know.
Really?
But just anytime she'd like the odds were stacked against her, she'd rub it on her tots, and then bam, rolls like a 20.
On her
You know,
tots.
Lisa, that time I came over to like go through like the tubs that you found of old toys. If
Mhm.
only we'd found some old mint chapstick in there.
I know. I would be rolling in dough.
Indeed.
I think the funniest thing about the chapstick is you could just throw it away.
Right.
Right?
Right,
Try
right.
to sell it. Anyway, sorry.
What are you gonna do?
It's too much.
Yeah, so I guess up next would be me. Unless, I'm sorry, Lisa, is there any more to the...
No,
Okay.
I just had a really good time.
Um,
It was a good time.
Lisa,
There's one with the cat out of the bag. I was there too.
I have a really big like
Dick.
tape.
Oh.
Well, it's pretty average if you ask me, but some people say it's big. But I have this really big tabletop He-Man game, and when it was crowdfunding, I bought all the expansions, so I have like 8 boxes. But I don't know how to play those kind of games, but it would be fun to learn with you peoples.
Oh, okay.
And roll some dice and do all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah. It sounds like a good time.
Oh my god.
And I'm always so tempted because like you can paint your little figures that come with the game, but I don't want to make them look like not very good, so then it's like just leave them gray. But it's
Oh,
like
the figures we play with are unpainted
Mm-hmm.
because we don't have time for that. But
My character is Balthazar the Thirsty.
nice.
One of his spells is he quenches thirst.
That's an important.
Now, it's both kinds of thirst. Like, literally, boy, I could go for a drink, and boy, I could go for some of that. You know, he's talented.
I just want you to know somebody else is trying to sell a tube of their chapstick too for $1.
2 for $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
Not
You need
two,
to-
just one.
As
two.
well.
got it.
Because if they were
Another
doing 2
one.
for $1, if you were to send that to the other email, like, well, I found this
Is there a deal?
Well, this one is name brand. It is chapstick, green apple flavored.
Ew. That's no good.
I can't tell if it's been opened or not, though.
Gary, I actually named my character after Dean in Supernatural. 'Cause
Nice.
He's a hell of a fighter.
It makes a lot of sense. Well, who wants to hear about my biscuit?
I do.
So I have a very burnt biscuit.
Oh.
As many of you know, the solar eclipse just happened, and I was all, you know what? I'm just gonna hang out here in Eau Claire, but I'm gonna watch the eclipse from here. And I had glasses and everything, and I was all set. But what happened in Eau Claire?
Cloud.
There was cloud cover all over. There was no sun in sight. So I just sat there going, well, there's an eclipse in theory, but I can't see it.
Did you see like the sky darken at all or no?
I didn't really.
I was looking for. I
Mm-mm.
didn't see any changes.
No.
I too.
I was out working and we were outside and it just was cloudy and I because I've been when there's a solar eclipse before and like it's this weird. It doesn't feel dark the way it feels when the sun
Yeah.
is going down. It's like a weird it's like your eyes. Like you hit your head and your eyes aren't working properly. You know? So
it's definitely a different tint.
None
for
of
sure.
that really seemed to happen. And then when I got home, I was kind of done with work early. I went, climbed in bed and took a nap. So like I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. If I wouldn't have known there was an eclipse going on, I would never have.
No, I know.
At all.
I know.
It's just like it's
Yeah.
cloudy out.
I mean, I could understand if there was just a couple clouds, but it was just like solid clouds, no breaks, and it was just completely
My
just
friend,
shat on
she
my
like
eclipse
picked
dreams.
up everything and she went right to Missouri.
Well, see,
and
like
she had beautiful pictures.
in the one in 2017, we did go.
Mm-hmm.
And Amanda and I originally had plans to go to this one, but we canceled them because it just didn't work out logistically.
Sure.
So then I'm
Where
like,
would you have went?
we were going to go around Indianapolis probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it sucks that we didn't get to see it, but there'll be more. So that's
like,
the bright
2044.
side.
Yeah.
No, in the U.S., yes. But in
there'll be more else.
2027, there's one in Spain.
You're gonna go?
I don't know. We'll see. Oh, there's one in Iceland too coming up. So yeah, in general, roughly about every 18 months, there's a solar eclipse. They just don't happen in the U.S. as often.
That'd be so disappointing if you traveled all the way to Spain and then it was a cloudy
Oh, I know.
day
That
again,
would
too.
suck. Right.
Like, oh, I mean.
So I don't know if it is worth going. And we have seen one. Well, okay, Amanda's right. At least you're in Spain, so who cares? Is
True.
that the right answer?
Thank you.
Okay.
But if
yeah.
that was all you went for, which
No.
would be pretty strange, but
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. But actually, that's a fun thing, Amanda. We were talking about our favorite surgery. Just as a joke, I'm like, let's compare surgeries, Amanda. I've had 0. And then she's like, I've had more than I could count. I'm like, which one was your favorite? And I said it just as a stupid thing. And then she's like, my C-section. And I'm like, oh, yeah, because you got a baby to take home. That makes a lot of
A
sense.
very cute baby.
He was so
Mm-mm.
cute.
It was a cutie pie.
Was that cutie pie as cute as our pet of the week?
You are right. Let me tell you about the pet of the week. The pet of the week this week is Merlin from Rice Lake, Wisconsin.
mhm.
So please, please, please go out and check out our socials so you can see all the goodies that Merlin will show you.
And you will have to look at Merlin. I think Merlin's a little munchkin kitty cat with the little tiny short legs.
Yeah,
Adorable.
it's very adorable.
Is it like the corgi of kittens?
Yes.
Yes.
Aw,
So, you know,
cute.
I
with a
tell
longer
everybody
tail.
to go out and look at the social media, but you know what else, listeners? You feel free to share it. Share this. We want people to
Share.
see this stuff.
We would love for your friends to tell 2 friends, and they tell 2 friends, and so on, and so on, and so on. And maybe we can talk about that on our next episode.
Yeah, but pet of the weeks, guys. Go out, like it, share it, enjoy Merlin.
Yes.
All right.
And don't forget to visit our website at podcastahoy.com/wicker-biscuit.
Indeed. It's good.
Got some cold
It's-
medicine running through her veins.
It is. It's the cold medicine.
No, I really
The
appreciate
Sudafed is getting me.
I appreciate you bringing that up, though.
Do
Yeah.
you have a Suda fetish? Decongestion turns me on.
This week I have a Sudafetish.
Nice. Well, shall we close this out, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. On that note, I'd like to thank everyone for listening. And could I have everyone say goodbye to the listeners?
Goodbye to the listeners.
Goodbye.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Hasta luego. Thank you for listening to Wicker Biscuit, a Podcast Ahoy production. The producers of Wicker Biscuit are Courtney Holub, Ryan LeMay, and Gary Putnam. Assistant producers are Amanda Putnam and Lisa Rudd. Recording and editing is done by Gary Putnam, with Lisa Rudd as the assistant editor. Executive producer of Wicker Biscuit is Gary Putnam. Check out our social media for updates on upcoming pods and for clips and other media referenced in this episode. Links and information can be found in the episode notes. Thanks again from everyone at the Wicker Biscuit family.